Hey, welcome back, everyone. UFC Vegas 105 Monday movement on the odds. Here we go. We're going to jump right into this. I'm not going to be doing this video as a short. This one's going to be a little bit more of the nitty gritty. And the shorts just don't lend themselves to that because really it just comes across as repetitive because I give out the initial bets in a short form. That's going to be Thursday night. And then I'm going to have my final bets on Friday night. If you want more of the following the lines as they're going and trying to play that game, check out the YouTube channel, watch the full video here. So we're going to jump into this, and I do want to also bring up, because I know that maybe some of you guys aren't necessarily going to like some of the bets that I have laid out, but maybe you like a fighter, and I do show value, but I'm just not particularly betting it. I do want to show you those as well. And it starts with this fighter here, Vanessa Demopoulos. I have 5.6 percentage points of value on Demopoulos. And the reason why I haven't bet it is because she is not reliable, in my opinion. I don't want to lay any chalk on her. I love betting her as an underdog. I've cashed with her many, many times, but there isn't a lot of consistency with her. And Talita Alankar is a fighter who I have had on my radar, watched her on the Contender Series. I think I had a small play on her there. And I don't know if I had a play on her in her UFC debut, but she lost that. She's a specialist on the ground. Demopoulos also likes to go on the ground, but I think we'll have an advantage here in physicality, height, reach, and will also be a better striker. So if you also like Vanessa Demopoulos, it's 50-50. It's a pick 'em. I give her a 58% chance. It's 5.6 percentage points of value. I personally am going to wait on it and hope that the public likes Alankar and we can get Demopoulos at a plus money number. It's just not one of my stronger plays, but if you did want to bet it, 5.6 percentage points of value, and she should win the fight. Next one here, I don't want to do Victor Henry or Pedro Falco. Not enough info on Falco and not enough value. Lomo would have been a good bet at the minus 400. Put in a parlay. She's up to a minus 700. No value. No value on Frunza versus McKee. And then we get to Diana Belbita. Now, I mark this as yellow. This is a wait. Yellow is a wait and see. There is value, a good amount of value at this plus 450 number, but she only has a 31% chance of winning. So rightful person is favored, Diane Barboza. And she will probably get this win. Belbita, who knows her mental state, she's not necessarily like a contender for anything. She fights, she collects paychecks, and there you go. So do you want to have money on her? I don't know, but this line's getting out of control. So at a plus 450, honestly, the weight's probably over 12.8 percentage points of value. But to be honest, I just don't even want to bet it. Might have a small half unit to a unit play on her. We will see. But that's not as of right now. Maybe if I see something in the face-offs, but I think we're going to see Barboza more physically imposing than Belbita. Now let's jump over to the odds here as well and just take a look. And you'll see that this line has gone skyrocketed. So open as a minus 350, 450, and now it's just gone crazy. It's up to a minus 600. And one thing I do like to look with this is, let's take a look at Barboza here. The Witch, Diane Barboza. Might be Diana, who knows. Loses her opener to Miranda Maverick as an underdog, but she's a very good fighter. She beat Ernesta Caracate, who is a solid fighter as a favorite. She's been a favorite in almost every fight here. She is a high prospect, so we may be getting in front of a train there if we want to bet it. That's why, usually these brand new prospects are not going to be very high on my ratings, and a lot of times the betting market will show that the person, has a lower rating than the more experienced veteran. And even then, that younger fighter the potential could be there. You're not always going to be right on that side. So Belbita lost to Molly McCann, Karolina Kowalkiewicz. These were somewhat close lines. She beat Maria Oliveira, who I haven't seen fight in a long time. Yeah, I think she's a middle of the road fighter. Again, though, value is there if you want to take it. If you feel good on it, take it. If I'm getting a plus 600 by the time this thing's over on Belbita, I will definitely take it. But I'm waiting, not going to get in front of that line movement as of yet. All right, and the long-awaited first bet of the night. So let's go through this one. Davy Grant, one of my better plays of the night, currently getting 13 percentage points of value. This opened up for me at what, plus 190? I gave that out earlier here, and so this line has been bet down at plus 190. We had 19.5 percentage points of value. Line is currently sitting at a plus 144, and so I just put another unit on it there, and so you'll see we have 3 units to win 5.24 at a combined plus 175. That's a 48% ROI bet, and this is due to rankings here. So we have Daniel Santos not rated on WHR. That's strictly inactivity. And then 1733 on Glico. We got Davy Grant 60 points higher on Glico. And obviously with WHR score, just won a fight. I was there, UFC Tampa. Great event. He cashed big for me on that event. And so why not go back to the well when I'm giving him a 54% chance and I'm getting a plus 175. Now at plus 144, you're still getting value. You're getting 13 percentage points. But I do see this closing at Pick'em. I really do. I think money will come in on Davy Grant, and I think it's warranted. So I would definitely bet this now for sure. Next one here, and this ties in with my parlay. This is Louis Garul. Now, with Louis Garul, let's take a look. Take a look here. Louis Garul, betting odds, minus 225. When we put him in the parlay, we got him in a minus 200. He opened actually minus 200, got bet early. And now this is really where it settled in, minus 260. It came down. It got minus 200. I got him in a parlay there. I'll tell you the other piece in a bit. Now it's up to a minus 225. I will tell you the one thing that worries me is this is his first fight in the UFC. He won a split decision in the Contender Series. And Ode Osborne is a veteran, but he has not performed well. Now, Garul is 10-0. He was an underdog, so obviously people thought highly of Nick Piccinini. He's tough. He's got the cardio. He's young. He's 28, but here's what worries me. 5'5" with a 65-inch reach, right? And if we go to Ode Osborne, 5'7" with a 72-inch reach, there will be a reach advantage for Osborne. He's 33, more of a prime age, but also on the tail end. This is Osborne's problem, obviously, right here. Lost to Luis Rodriguez by decision, submitted by Filio, submitted by Almabayev, but beats Charles Johnson. So there are, loses Tyson Nam. So he's inconsistent, but he's still been in the UFC for a while and fought obviously higher competition. So I will be sticking with this parlay, which is not nothing. And why don't we just dive into it now? Because my best bet of the night is part of this parlay. That is Chang Ho Lee. So I have a parlay, Chang Ho Lee and Louis Garul, 3 units to win 3.81, a combined plus 127. And I love this for Chang Ho Lee the most, and I have even added Chang Ho Lee at a 1.65 units to win a unit at minus 165. So let's say this. I say, if you want a parlay, I think there's value in the parlay. I have Louis Garul at a 75% chance, and I have Chang Ho Lee at a 75% chance. Combined, that's giving me about 54% this parlay cashes, and I'm getting plus money all the way. Now, what I really like, though, is this 12.7 percentage points of value on Chang Ho Lee here. at a minus 165. We have a significant, and I mean significant, if you take a look at this here, the advanced metrics, Chang Ho Lee is being underrated here. He really fought some high-level competition for what he was fighting in, the road to the UFC. He was an underdog in quite a few of those, and he's just slowly grown the ranking. And Cortavius lost as a minus, I think, 250 against Gaston Bolanos, who we'll take a look at that in a second, but that's why his rating is low, just no UFC experience. And so this line is just a little too tight based on my metrics, and therefore we're going to capitalize on it. So we got another 1.5 units to win one, or 1.65 to win 1 unit at, that shouldn't say minus 185, that should say minus 165. There we go. 20% ROI, not too bad. And there you go. So Chang Ho Lee, let's take a look here. This is what I want to see as well. I want to see Chang Ho Lee. Wow, this just came down to a minus 141. We're going to have to take a look at that. That looks like a rogue line on Bet Online. So money seems to be coming in on Cortavius Ramius. That's why I only put a unit. I'm going to dump another unit. As we speak right now, I'm going to dump a unit. So we're going to take a pause here. All right, we're back. And we just put money on Chang Ho Lee. He's down on my book to a minus 141. I just put another unit. Well, more than a unit. I put to win a unit. So combined now is 3.06 units to win 2 units at a minus 153. We also have them tied in 3 units to win the parlay. We're going to have the Lewis Gruel first. So it's essentially going to be a 3-unit play on Lewis Gruel at minus 200. Then we're going to take that money, roll it over, and we're going to put it onto Chang Ho Lee. And this is going to be a massive position for us. Massive. So 6 units will be on the line to win 5.81. I really do like that. I like where that puts us. And I like the fact that the Gruel fight starts first. We see what happens because my number one play will be Chang Ho Lee. Know that now. I would say get in now. If that line keeps coming down, there's something we don't know, and I would be very nervous at that point. But based on the metrics, this should not be close, and it very much is. So this is the same situation with Marcin Tybura, and I will say the fight played out closer than the 75-25. However, there was a lot going on for Mick Parkin in that fight, and Tybura still got the win. So I do think it proved out, but there you go. And then the last one here, that's a wait and see. I mean, Pat Sabatini, if we can get above plus 200, we'll take a look. But at 1.6 percentage points of value, that's a no for me. And then Josh Emmett, currently showing 5 percentage points of value at plus 270. I don't really actually expect this line to get any better. I have this, I'm very surprised that the metrics came out with 32%, 68%. The main thing it talked about in the breakdown is that Josh Emmett has a big layoff. We'll see if that affects him. His last fight was that Bryce Mitchell fight, which is wild because he had one of the nastiest knockouts I've ever seen. And now he's a plus 270 against Murphy, who I've never been a huge fan on. So this is most likely, I'll probably just wait, and I could definitely see myself, even if it's just live, if I'm still getting a plus 270, plus 275, taking a stab here on Josh Emmett. This is a nice little parlay spot for people to put Lerone Murphy in. But in my opinion, there's no value at a minus 320, but people don't care about that. So there you go. All right, now, so to recap, I'm going to have the graphic right above me here. But the recap here is Chang Ho Lee. We have 3.06 units to win 2, combined minus 153. We have Davey Grant, 3 units to win 5.24 at a combined plus 175. We have Gerald Mearshart, 3 units to win 6.3 at a plus 210. We have the Chang Ho Lee Lewis Gruel parlay, 3 units to win 3.81, and that's a plus 127. And that's it for now. Honorable mention, I like Vanessa Dimopoulos. Maybe a sprinkle on Belbita. I'm waiting on Robert Valentine because the line will just keep getting better and better, and it will show value, and we will put a unit on Valentine when that line settles out. I think it settles out at a plus 275, maybe even a plus 300. That's how crazy I think that is. And then Josh Emmett, same thing. Wait and see. Probably will have some money on him. I do like Valentine already at this number, but we're giving him a 45% chance. Torres Finney's a new fighter. However, I just think the line's going to keep getting better, so why bet it when it's bad? And it's not my most confident play because Valentine's pretty inactive, but that's it. So there you go, guys. Final bets are up above me now. I don't know if we're going to add much until we see the face-offs, to be honest. We've already put quite a bit, and we took a little pause there and put Chang Ho Lee even more on him. And so we're going to hold strong on this. We will see the face-offs. I'm very interested in that. See if we can glean any additional value off of height, reach, physicality, confidence, etc. Or maybe some of these fights drop off. Who knows? That happened with Gastelum and Joe Pfeiffer last week, and we had beaten the line movement on these. We haven't beaten really any line movement except for Davey Grant. But yeah, I think that we're just going to hold tight until Friday and take a look and go for it. So there you go, guys. Appreciate everything. Appreciate all the commenting. Glad you guys are getting value out of this. If you can like, subscribe, comment on the video, it helps with everything, helps reach more people. I do spend time on these, obviously, but I also just enjoy talking about it. I enjoy getting, having other people win as well, not just myself. So there you go. And that's it for the Monday odds movement breakdown. We will we'll stay tuned for Friday. Thursday, I'm also going to come out with the early bird bets for UFC 314. I do already have some bets placed on that, so stay tuned. That's going to be exciting. And this card, we got 12.06 units out on it. So it's not going to be a massive card, but it's still going to be solid. And remember, we increased our unit size 50%. So, we can make more profit if we profit on our units here in this next week and moving forward. So there you go, guys. Good luck to everyone. Can't wait for Saturday. I'll see you Thursday. I'll see you Friday, though. And I will see you on Saturday at the window.